Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 24 of your free real estate education. Of course, you could jump in whenever you want to jump in. We talk about this just about every day. It doesn't matter when you get started. But today is going to be a lot of fun. Today we're going to talk about branding, which is something that I am really big on, something that I really enjoy. I've always been very engaged in branding. I said, you either brand yourself or you get branded by someone else. So a lot of people say, well, I don't want to brand myself. I want to stand behind something else, or I don't necessarily want to be out there. Well, then get branded by something that you believe in, like be a part of something. And so branding is huge. And we're really going to spend all of our day talking about branding because it is so awesome. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to give you guys a back end introduction to Canva, which will be a lot of fun as well. I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and get that prepared right now. And that way we can jump right into Canva. And what might end up happening is what happened during the high school course, which is you may end up only getting access to the back end here if you're logged into Zoom. So this might be one of those days that would be beneficial to get logged into Zoom so that you can really see the back end, see how I build a brand, etc., and so forth when we show you how to use Canva. Okay, very cool, very fun, fantastic, and all that good stuff. Let's jump into it. I'm going to show you some of my past stuff here. Oh, that's not the right, oh, we're right down here. Here we go. Let's pull this down. So these are some of my past brands. This is some stuff that I've done before where I am now. This is some stuff that I've built with other people. And so I'm going to walk you through it. The team really started with 3 people. And so I built, a lot of people say, oh, just brand yourself, just brand yourself. Don't brand anyone else. I really enjoyed branding as a team. It was something that was a lot of fun for me. And I would encourage you, if you're a part of a group of people that you really enjoy spending some time around, getting branded as a team is a lot of fun. When we got branded, we worked with Mario Vargas at addthewow.com, and I believe that my high school students, one of my high school students has already booked an appointment with Mario to get branded and to get some professional shots done. So my current shots have been done by Mario. These shots were done by Mario, and what he does is you can get all of your shots built individually, and then that way, as people come or go with your team, you add people, you can add them individually as well. So this, of course, is we were able to expand from there, and it was a lot of fun. This we were featured at one point on HGTV, and the team grew to 28 people. Again, it was fun. I learned a lot being engaged in this process. All of these agents have since moved on. I've moved on. We're all doing different things. But getting branded and including your team in it really makes it feel like you're a part of something together. This shot specifically was done by Daniel Marino. And when we got an opportunity to be featured in a magazine, I decided that I wanted to hire my own photographer because I realized how big of an opportunity that was. And 100% of these guys went on to make 6 figures. So that was a really fun time for us, a really pivotal time in our branding. And then Daniel Marino again took this shot. Mario Vargas created the brand with Add the Wow. And one of the things that I talked about, and I'm going to talk about a great deal today, is that when you get an opportunity to brand yourself, it's about more than branding. It's about what you stand for. It's about creating a lifestyle brand. And so that was something that I really picked up on early in my career, that by branding something more than just an image, but really creating a culture, creating an environment, getting involved in the community, what happens is you get people outside of your business involved in your business. And a lot of people call these client events, but I wouldn't do them just for clients. I would do them for everybody. We would do them for free, and we had a lot of fun doing them. And then, of course, I encouraged members of my team to get out and engage in things that they were excited about. This right here was an Animal Friends of the Valley event that they had outside the promenade. And then again, with the magazines, there's a lot of people that poo-poo on this stuff. They're like, oh my gosh, how egoic. Well, the important thing is to really walk a balance of ego and to understand that a certain amount of that is marketing. And if you get on a magazine cover, it gives you like a third person voucher. It gives you an opportunity to sort of say, oh, well, this is something that we have done, and somebody stands up behind us. And so I would encourage you, if you get an opportunity to do something like that, don't scoff at it, don't poo-poo at it. Understand that, there was a really great person who wrote the article. It was a good opportunity for us. And so, yeah, I don't think that there's any reason to feel weird about this kind of stuff or to feel like it's egoic or to act like you're above it. The truth is that then follows you everywhere that you go, forever. So just like going on HGTV, going on getting on a magazine cover or going on podcast, it's something that is a good thing to do because it encourages more brand awareness. And so I want to, here we go. I also wanted to include another photo here in just a moment that I forgot to include last time, and I didn't want to do it this time because I appreciate being a part of this organization as well. There is an organization called Homeowner Magazine, and Brian Johnson writes it. And it's out in different areas, and I wanted to go ahead and see if there was the San Diego homeowner that he just put Kate and I on the cover of. Here it is. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull this on too so that everybody can see it. There we go. Boom. All right, let's go and take this guy down. So this is a recent cover of San Diego Homeowner by Brian Thornhill. And you can see it gets into the taboo of suicide. This is a cover that I was really excited to be a part of. And this is my wife, of course. This is Kate. This gives us an opportunity to just sort of spread more awareness about who we are, what we believe in. It gives us an opportunity to get a little bit more out in the spotlight and have people talking about us versus always talking about yourself. And so it's a good opportunity for anyone who wants to do something like this. If you get reached out to be a part of the top 40 under 40 or the 30 under 30 or anything like that, to scoff at it and go, oh, I don't know, I'm pretty uncomfortable with it, is you're doing yourself a disservice, quite honestly. All right. And again, the community events were huge. This is something that we used to do for our community 4 times a year that we're actually going to start doing again, starting with our Easter event on, when is our Easter event, Amy? April 3rd, I think. All right, let's see here. It is going to be on, April 3rd from 11 to 2, and we're going to do it right out here in the parking lot. So 4 times a year, we're going to have our Easter event, our 4th of July event, our Halloween event, and our Christmas event in the parking lot as a part of our community. And so this is something that I used to do with the David Serpa Homes team, which eventually became the Homes team. And these were all of my friends, my partners here in this adventure. We enjoyed having fun. There's sort of this, there is a Zen principle which talks about work as play. So if you're not going to have fun while you're doing something, why do it, right? So if you're not enjoying making phone calls, why make phone calls? So we decided we would do like this big zombie apocalypse thing, which was a lot of fun. We did it in the cul-de-sac out in front of my house, and it was a blast. And so don't just get so caught up in the grind that you miss out on opportunities to have fun and to serve, because these are some of my favorite memories. The Temecula Country Music Festival was something that I had partnered with Brian Decker at the time, and that was a blast. We split the cost 50-50. We had a whole bunch of vendors and whatnot that were there, making food. And we had between 5,000 and 6,000 people that came throughout the course of that event, and it was a lot of fun. There's a great video which I was able to play for the high school class, and I'm going to see if I'm able to play for you guys here. Let's see here. I'm going to try to pull this up here really quick. This video was done by Cody Grome, if it's still in here from last week. It's called the Temecula Country Music Festival. It's on YouTube. I'm going to see if there's actually a way for me to just drop this in here really quick. It's not going to take me that long to play this for you, and it's a lot of fun. Temecula Country Music Festival, and this, of course, is more branding, right? Let's see here. Let me pause this. Put this aside here. All right. It might end up actually being a little bit more difficult than I had realized, but let's see if we can figure this out. I'm going to drop this in here. Okay. All right. Yeah, it is going to be a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. I'll have to switch my account here really quick, which also is, let me see, let me see if this works. Nah, it's not working. All right, we'll go on. You'll just have to believe me. It's a cool video. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so this is a little bit more stuff there, from that event, the Temecula Country Music Festival. I didn't see a lot of angry people at that event. Honey Honey played. They were awesome. There were, of course, we got a couple of, oh man, where are the big talent? I'm like, listen, man, I'm throwing this whole thing out of pocket. Homie, chill out on me. And big names. Honey Honey is a big name. Clown. Right? They've been on Joe Rogan like 4 or 5 times. Check yourself. All right. And then this is our most recent branding imaging that was done, again, by Mario Vargas at addthewow.com. His shots are just absolutely fantastic. So if you guys want to do that, again, addthewow.com. That was his idea with the little board right there. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and show you. So what I did was I took these shots that Mario created, and I created our own brand, David and Kitty Serpa, and I did this in Canva, which we're going to go ahead and get to here shortly. That gives you a little bit more creative control when it comes to that. And then I wanted to also point out that branding extends to more than just more than just your logo, which, what is it, right there. So that's my logo. I created that logo. I also created this sort of setup right here and the setup for our community news. Now, this is branding. So all of this is branding, community. And we've created a brand that people want to be a part of out in the community. They want to come in and they want to be a part of this because it's about more than just real estate. And people told me initially when I talked about this plan that I was crazy. I was nuts. Oh man, that's just too many different things going on. But the truth is what I'm doing is I'm creating a BNI in a box. I'm making something that's about bigger than just, real estate. We're going to have stand-up comedy events here, right here behind me. We're going to have hip-hop ciphers. We're going to have open mic nights. We're going to have the paint and sips with Hooked on Painting. And so this is all about creating a space that people want to walk into. No one wants to walk into a space that says real estate out front. And so I'm not going to put real estate out front. In fact, I'm not going to lead with that at all. I'm going to lead with what people want to talk about, which is the community, and I'm going to give them a comfortable place to do it. All of these pieces of art were done by Kristen Saber, and we now have, so if you see now with all of this stuff, there are little business cards next to them so that you can come up and find out how much these are so we can support her in her business as well as have, she's going to be the one teaching the Hooked on Painting courses. And so if you can anchor into the community and give community a place to gather, they're going to come and want to be a part of what you have going on. And again, this is E.J. Smith III, E.J. Smith IV. They started a pudding company, and Don Finney with Skybox Bar and Grill, who had some beautiful steaks up there yesterday and did Chinese food for the Chinese New Year. He runs an absolutely excellent spot. It's one of those spots that you walk into and you feel welcomed as a local. And if you're coming in from out of town, you're like, oh, did I come into the wrong spot? No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. No, he does a lot of really great stuff in the background and behind his bar. And what happened was, now he's selling pudding in his shop. So if you go in there, you can get pudding. And my mouth is actually watering now that I'm talking about this. That's not a joke. And then ADU Geeks came in here to be on our community news. And before they left us this pillow. That's branding for them. They knew that our orange sort of matched their decor. And so they came in and they said, well, hey, what about, this pillow? Here you go. This is awesome. And then we put it on our orange couch right here. And it gives everybody an opportunity to kind of share in on our community. What's another thing? Oh, here we go. Like you're going to be able to smell these right here. But when you walk into our community, we also have these really great candles now. This is branding. It's golden pineapple. It's a freaking candle that smells like pineapple. Anyway, so what we're doing is we're creating an environment that people want to be a part of. We're helping our neighbors eat, and so we're hoping that they will then reciprocate and help us eat. Part of my branding, our community branding, is that we have in our community French Valley Farmers Market or French Valley Merchant Market. So if you want to start something like this in your area, I don't care. Do it. Run with it. I'm not going to be threatened by you. Take the idea, go out there, help your community feed themselves, feed their families. Because what's happened is, there's some hair out of place right here. And this. Oh, look at that. Look at that guy. Look at the culprit. Okay. What's happened is with the French Valley Merchant Market, we've helped our neighbors. A lot of people lost businesses during COVID-19. A lot of people shifted their businesses during COVID-19. And so we wanted to help everybody get back to work. A huge part of our branding, and Trevor is somebody that comes into the office here regularly. I'm actually going to help him build some individual branding as well. But what our community is it's a community center. So this is something that we're all working out of. And then we all work with EXP as well. And so this is an opportunity for us to stand out there. And we did these shots right here in the back in front of a green screen. And it gave us an opportunity to take in people who are finders, who are unlicensed, put our branding on it, have them go out and generate leads, find and identify people who need to buy and sell real estate, take the pictures in the back in front of the green screen, take out the background, put them on some business cards, put them on some flyers, and then help them get out there. Oh, look, I actually did find the magazine last time. There it is. My bad. So the French Valley Merchant Market, of course, like I said, is a great opportunity for us to network with other businesses out there in the community. We run it from 8 to 12 every Sunday. And like I said, if you want to do this in Temecula, if you want to do this in Murrieta, Wildomar, Corona, Lake Elsinore, you think I'm going to be threatened by it? I'm not whatsoever. People said, oh, you're not going to have, vendors there that are, part of an MLM product or whatever. Listen, I appreciate the feedback. I understand that. But these are people that are hustling and also trying to feed their families. And I'm sorry that I did the mocking voice. It's something that I do naturally. So my apologies if you're watching. But I'm constantly getting feedback from everybody. I'm constantly getting feedback. And so you have to understand that everybody is trying to do their best to feed their family, right? And so I want to help people get back to work. 60% of small businesses were put out of business permanently during COVID-19. And so if we can help them get back to work, that's going to be a big deal. So now I want to get into brand psychology a little bit, which is going to be a lot of fun. So this is there is a reason why I decided to go with orange. Some of these common associations are sociable, optimistic, enthusiastic. Warmth was a big one. Our brand is the color of a warm fire, not an out of control fire, not a dying fire, but a warm fire where people feel comfortable gathering. And so it is Promethean in nature, stealing fire from the gods, stealing wisdom, and then bringing it to mankind. I love the associations with the orange. Self-confident, independent, flamboyant. If you may or may not know, I am a thespian. I tend to be a little flamboyant. That's perfectly okay. Extroverted, informal, insincere, overbearing, exhibitionist, pessimistic, cheap, and proud. So there are some things there that, of course, have negative tendencies when you talk about orange. And what we'll do is we'll get into some of these other colors as well. But I'm going to focus specifically on our community and why I chose the colors that I did, because I feel like it's interesting, right? Oh, I didn't even realize that we've been getting comments this whole time. When was the festival? The festival, let's see, when was the festival? It was in 2016. So if you look up Temecula Country Music Festival by the Holmes team, you'll find a video here. In fact, you know what I'll do is I'll just drop it in both the chat and there you go. I'll drop, just, don't watch it until later. You know what I mean? Don't leave me now. And then I'll drop it into Zoom here as well, guys, so that you guys can watch the video later. Just go and save that link. Don't dip out on me, and then that way you guys can watch that a little bit later on your own time. And then let me jump back into the questions here on Facebook. I have no other ones currently on Zoom. Here we go. Let's see, Facebook. What are you up to? When was the festival? I appreciate you asking. Greetings from Hannah Wolf. Hannah Wolf, that's my favorite last name. Megan Wolf, I don't know if there's any relation, but I created her branding just because I love Megan and I love the Wolf stuff. Wendy Levosky, every Sunday. Oh, the merchant market. Oh, no, we did answer the right question. Thank you for looking out. I've got people jumping on these questions. That's what I love about this community that we're building, is that people are really jumping in and getting involved in the class. Zachary Pitts, our home inspector, said, I love this idea. Well, the truth is you guys can jump in right with us right here every Sunday, 8 to 12. We're going to have our events right here in the parking lot, 4 times a year, including our grand opening on March 18th, which I would love to see everybody at. We're going to hopefully have a stage set up out front, and then we're going to escort people in groups through our community so that everyone has an opportunity to tour it. Okay, so moving on from the common associations and into some more fun stuff. These are orange brands. Specifically, I liked the McDonald's aspect because I think that McDonald's has created something that is the same everywhere that they go. Now, the idea that I had in the long term with our community is that I wanted to help people that are either a part of failing brokerages, dying brokerages, that want to retire, support their current agents by offering them a counterculture brand. Go in, put up the orange wood wall, put up the orange sign, put up a stage, teach people how to anchor into the community, how to support the community, how to go into the high schools, and how to go into Main Street. And then that way we can make real estate cool, make it interesting, make it a little bit more accessible to the common person by talking about everything around real estate. A big part of that for me is hip hop culture and comedy. Because in comedy right now, you're finding that people are speaking the truth where they were not speaking the truth, or they were speaking the truth in the 60s and 70s as well. George Carlin, Richard Pryor, people were speaking truth with a microphone like Dave Chappelle is doing now. And so I feel like we're going to our comedians for our truth, and we're going to our politicians for our laughter, or some sort of bastardized version of that quote. So I really like the idea of giving people a microphone and letting people speak, giving them something warm to gather around, which is the fire, the orange. And there's a reason why I chose an orange couch. That is the big comfy couch that a lot of us grew up with in the 90s. And so I wanted to have that sort of idea that you sit down, big comfy couch, you're around your community, and then you gather around fire, and then you can break bread and be entertained, right? And then also, by the way, we help people create generational wealth through real estate. Okay, awesome. The psychology of the color orange. Orange is stimulatory. I don't want something that's lazy. I want something that is energetic, right? Conjuring feelings of excitement, enthusiasm, and warmth. It is fun, energetic hue found in the branding of many sports teams. Not unlike red, yellow, orange is used to draw attention in traffic, cones, and advertising collateral. So for me, having a color that was going to grab people's attention without it feeling hazardous, like I didn't want red, I didn't want yellow, but I wanted something that was, like I said, more warm. Okay, moving on here. So here are some brands that are orange. I really, for me, Nickelodeon was a big part of it. Being a child of the 90s, I loved that it was somewhere where you could go and you could watch Nick at Night and watch the Wonder Years, but then you could also watch, Kenan and Kel, and what was the show that they did, the sketch comedy show with all the kids back then? Anyway, it was just a lot of fun. So Nickelodeon was something that was a huge staple of, I think, most of our youths, and it's something that I think that we travel when it comes to branding, marketing, psychology, and sort of 30-year circulatory patterns. And when you look at, so check this out really quick. That's the link if you want to go and check that out. Don't leave me, though. And then good morning to Mrs. Jackson. Good morning, Sarah Jackson. Good to see you, my friend. And then the Food Network is also orange. So I wanted something that was gathering. McDonald's, orange, but then blended with yellow is like come in, eat, but hurry up and get out, right? And I wanted orange blended with blue. And then that's what we're going to go ahead and get into. And a big part of this, of course, is I wanted to build something that was more accessible around the around the EXP brand, which I feel like doesn't necessarily conjure up the warmest of feelings all the time in people unnecessarily, because I feel like it is an agent-owned platform where people are, we break bread together, we eat together, we get to share our food together, and so we get to share our brand together. So black color psychology was a huge part of my brand. Right here, I love community. I love, the 90s. I'm a child of the 90s. And so I loved Compton and what NWA did with their brand and how it was very much a resistance movement. And so that's what I wanted to create with our community, was a resistance movement, not a movement that is going to continue to go with the current path, right? So blending black with orange, of course, creates this Harley Davidson, blaze your own path, rebellious sort of gangster sort of nature, and that's what I really wanted to stick with. So like you could see all of these hats, and I've got 20 of them. They're the flat bill hats. They're stitched, so they're not cheap, and they look nice. That's why people who are not even a part of real estate right now are coming in and wanting to, hey, how much are the hats? Hey, can I get some of those hats? The hats are $20. The hats are $20, and I want to continue to be able to buy more of them. So black color psychology. Black is often associated with sophistication and power, as well as death or evil. Now, death is not something that I am afraid of, including the angel of death, transformation. I feel like there's a lot of power in constantly being willing to embrace and live in death as a transformative cycle. And so like the Angel of Death card, for those that read the tarot, I think is a super rad card that's super misinterpreted. And so when you look at these sort of things, there's a lot of wisdom in embracing flow, the way. When you look at Zen and the manifestation of the violence of Zen, which comes from the samurai, they had a code, they had the way, which was translated to, I'm not remembering it right now, but anyway. So I love the power of black in psychology, in branding. So however, black can be used in a variety of ways, all dependent on context, though it can be overwhelming if used too frequently. Black can be a difficult color to incorporate in marketing strategies, considering it is one of the extreme ends of the color spectrum, and it's technically not a color at all, but an absence of color. Notable brands that use black are Chanel, Gucci, and Nike. Amy, would you mind grabbing me a bottle of water while you're in there? Thanks, homie. Please and thank you. The reason why I liked contrasting black with orange is that orange is the color of light. It is the color of fire. And so when I look at our community, it is not about building walls, but tearing walls down. It is about bringing light into the darkness. It is about illuminating or burning so that others can see. And Dr. Viktor Frankl said, what is to give light must endure burning. And so I thought that if I were to build my brand around fire, it would be a constant reminder of death, of transformation, of gathering, and also of resistance, which is something that I really like. So this is a little bit more on the color orange. Orange is considered an energetic color that evokes feelings of warmth, excitement, and enthusiasm. The color orange, thank you so much, tends to be positive and optimistic color and encourages people to look on the bright side of things. Similar to red, orange can evoke feelings of passion through not as nearly as aggressively as red does. Another titan is Amazon. And Amazon's branding being orange is huge because despite the way that Amazon can, practices business in a lot of ways, there is still a pretty positive feeling behind the company and their innovation. So now, again, contrasting the warmth, the light, the fire, the gathering of orange with the black, the wisdom, the energetic, rebellious, royal nature of black with blue is a little bit of fun. And I enjoyed, basically what I did was I took a lot of that EXP branding and I added in the color black as the anchor because black is very accessible when it comes to co-branding. Okay, blue color psychology. Similar to green, blue is often associated with peace, tranquility, and is often used to promote feelings of trust and dependability. Blue is often associated with intelligence, as research has shown that this color helps stimulate thought and enhance concentration. Like most colors, blue also comes with negative connotations such as feelings of coolness and aloofness, right? Notable brands that use blue, Facebook. Do I need to say anything else? So, you take Facebook, you take Amazon, you take Harley Davidson, and you sort of blend them together, and you get our community. And so I liked the idea of blue being a touch of zen around the office. And so when you look at the paintings, a lot of the paintings have blue. The main piece of furniture in the middle of the room is blue. The rug is blue. And so the curtains are blue. The trim around the stage is blue. So I like the idea of anchoring into this blue. And the negative connotations that people associate with blue, coolness or aloofness, I like it. Now, if you study psychology and the 48 laws of power, one of the really cool things about, anyway, I'm going to get way off on a really crazy tangent. But the 48 laws of power is creating yourself in something new, creates a sense of terror in your enemies, and then also being liquid, right? So being able to continuously be everywhere at all times, and then bringing other people into your branding. I love this chat about color psychology, made my personal logo blue and orange. Fantastic, Tanya. And if you would like to be a part of EXP, if you're not already, that would really support your branding all the more. Of course, I'm a recruiter. Everybody talks about like that is such a negative thing, but that's what we're really here to do. You educate to dominate, right? All right. I appreciate you tuning in, my friend. Our community's French Valley Merchant Market. What I did was I branded myself with another brand that I feel like is a powerful brand, which is Crunch Fitness. I have a great deal of respect for Ginny May, who is a local business owner. She's been on our community news, and I felt that by associating my name, the Serpa name, with Crunch Fitness here locally, my goal is to help everyone bring our community into everywhere. French Valley is my hood, right? And I want to support all these other agents right here because ideally my goal is I don't want to be practicing, but I want to be able to remain here as a mentor, as a guide, as somebody to help create an environment in the office that is sustainable. I want to keep the fire going, right? And so anyway, I'm really going off on orange and brand psychology. I appreciate that that you guys are enjoying it as well and giving me positive feedback. So thank you very much. In fact, I got a really cool text message yesterday, and I don't know where my phone is right now, but oh, here it is. This was really cool. It really touched my heart, and I'm going to share it with you guys here really quick. I'm appreciating the feedback. So I got a text message yesterday from, oh goodness, I get so many text messages all the dang time. Here it is from Fernanda, and she just said that she wanted to tell me that she loved my class yesterday. It was one of the best sessions, if not the best so far. It's great to learn from your real experiences and your point of view, trade secrets. It's all way better than reading from the book. Anyone can read from a textbook anytime if they want, but today's class, you're delivering more than accurate, easier to understand and listen to, helpful insight. Thank you. I kind of stumbled through that, but it was a very beautiful text message, and I just wanted to say that I really, the feedback is helping me keep the fire going personally, so I appreciate you guys. All right, let's go and jump back into brand psychology because I want to make sure that we get a chance to jump into all of this. So the idea is to help my team come in on day one, whether they are licensed or not, and go out, give them material to knock on so that Lika Palmer can go out there and create more leads to help support himself, help support the office, etc., and so forth. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and move on. Again, this is kind of a complicated class today, but it's a lot of fun. One of the beautiful things that my partner Christian Tikas is doing is has standing behind the I Love Hemet Kingdom Project and the Adopt a Block program, which they're doing every Saturday from 9 to 12. That's a way that you can lead with a give, lead with service, not worrying about necessarily if the money is coming back. Again, if you are branded, that's not necessarily something that I am putting my brand on. So Lika is not licensed yet, so I'm helping him in the interim by putting my brand on it. And then Trevor is licensed, so I've removed my brand and I'm letting him go ahead and stand on his own 2 feet. Okay, at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to log on to Canva to show you guys how to create a brand. And this is going to be one of those things that if it does not show up in Facebook, then you guys might you're going to need to get on this dang Zoom call as well. Here we go. Let's try to do this. You know what I might be able to do? Oh, yeah, I'm probably just going to have to. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. I'm going to share my screen here, and then we'll figure it out from there. Share screen, Safari. All right, hold up. I really don't want to leave anybody behind here, but I might have to. Oh, here we go. Rad. Okay, so instead what's going to end up happening is you're going to see my entire screen, which is just the way that it's going to be right now. Can you guys, are you with me here? Let's see, on Facebook, you should be with me. All right. I'm going to go into Canva. And I'm going to maximize this. All right. Is everybody in Canva with me right now? On Zoom? You guys are? You can see Canva on your screen? Oh, no, you can't see it. Darn it. Okay, let me see here. Okay. Hold up here. What we're going to do, we're going to figure this out. Man, this is so frustrating. Arr. All right. Curses. Okay, well, for the sake of time, I might have to uh, abandon everybody on Facebook, and that's what I'm gonna have to do. All right, everybody on Facebook, the jig is up. The free education ends here, I suppose. Anyway, so if you guys want to go ahead and jump onto Zoom really quick, if you're not already on it, I only have 12 minutes, so I'm gonna have to do this really quick anyway because I'm showing property in Oceanside at 11. So I apologize for anyone that's gonna miss out here. I see the colors, yeah, and that's unfortunately that's all I'm able to do. So everybody on Facebook, have an excellent and beautiful and wonderful day, and feel free to visit us here, right here in our community. Adios, fam.